Alright, guys, welcome back to another episode. As you all know, my name is Juan, and this is Goku Guidance. Uh, Women don't like single men. They just don't like single men. They find it strange or weird that a 40-year-old man is single. And like I was saying in my last video, like the sole purpose of going to church is not to try and find a woman. But women make it seem like there's something odd or there's something strange about this particular person. They probably go around asking themselves, why is this man single? Like why is he single? What did his wife left him? Yeah. Yes. 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 Like and like usually when people come to the realization that this person's single because his wife left them, then they start to figure, it's like, well, why did she leave you? Like, you know I'm not gonna get into that, but like but people start like thinking, they're like, well, like they she probably left him because he's so and so, maybe because he's not a good man, he's not a good father, he's not a good husband. I mean, they don't know the details, and I'm not gonna get into any of the details, but that's just facts. That's it's facts. And they don't like you for that simple reason that you're single. And because like most men that are single, like most of them, okay, most of them, they're not necessarily desperate, but they are looking. And they are looking. And like I said in my last video, like, what is so wrong? Like, what is so wrong with actually looking for a wife? And you might sit there and ask yourself, what is so wrong with that? Absolutely nothing. It's normal. We are intended to be with one another. Period. Man was never meant to be alone. Man is great by himself. Man can create wonderful things, especially in periods of solitude and isolation. That's when we get most creative. That's when we get most um, when we work on our physical selves. That's when we mostly work on our mental. That's when we work on our spiritual. Like, man is great, and we can achieve great things, like great things, in periods of isolation. There is a big but. Man was never meant to be alone. Period. We were meant to have a helper. Now, look, just imagine the great things that man can achieve by himself, right? And then we throw in a helper in the mix, or in the mixture. That man can become even greater. If we were to throw a woman, if we were to throw a bone at a man, it's like, here, there you go. There's your bone. Have at it. You can turn a mediocre man into something, and to a great man, because we, as a society and as a species, we work better together than alone. Two heads is better than one, right? And then when you start procreating, well, now you have multiple heads, and now you have multiple heads thinking. That's just the order of life. That's how we were meant to be. We were meant to be together. It's just that it's not impossible, and I'm not saying, like, I'm not telling you guys to not try. Like, by all means, keep trying. And if you fail and if you fall, try again. Try again. Um, what's the saying? Success is measured in failure. So don't stop trying. There's nothing wrong with trying. Yes, do not make it your sole purpose to go to these kinds of places to try and pick up women. But like, let's just say you happen to go to church. Let's just say you happen to go to church, and your sole purpose was never for that. Which you should never go to any kind of social gathering just for that. It's like, oh yeah, because I know there's gonna be chicks there, so I'm gonna try to pick me up one up. But let's just say a beautiful girl catches your attention, right? A beautiful girl catches your attention, and you're like, oh wow, she's so pretty and she's so this and that, and like I wonder if if she's taken. Well, then you make your move. Hey, how you doing? My name is so and so, and I just thought you were really pretty, and I figure I'd come talk to you and say hi. Now, for whatever reason, if that doesn't work out, it's okay. It's okay. You like the thing is that you try. And if she rejects you, and if she wants nothing to do with you, it's okay. You have to try. You have to try. As a man, you have to try. Because not trying in this world, you've already lost. If you don't try, trust me when I'm telling you this, guys, you lost. Let me give you a good example. In the game of life, we have to try at any endeavor that we might want to get into. Does that make sense? Whether it's in sports, whether it's in your job, whether it is in the gym, whether it's mental work, or whether it's spiritual, you have to try. You have to try. Not only do you have to try, we men, we are creatures that we don't just try. We want to become the best of the best of the best of the best. And the game of life is like playing a video game. Let me just give you a good example. Super Mario, the original Super Mario, right? You go through the very first level. And you kind of go through the motions. You have to kind of learn how the game works. You kind of have to explore the world a little bit, and then eventually, like you kind of get how the system works. Okay, I know that you have to jump and you have to step on the things, and then you have to make it and get to the castle and beat that first level, right? Easy. The first steps are always easy. And then you go to the next level, and so on and so forth, but it gets progressively harder as you traverse through the world, right? And let's say that you actually do beat it. You don't just want to beat it and like just barely make it. Like we as men, we want to be the best. We start trying to break world records. We like, it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter if you're a weightlifter or power lifter. You want to be the best. It doesn't matter if you write books. You want to be the best book writer. Like that, it's just hardwired into us to be the best that we can possibly be. Now, whether you want to or not play in the game of life, you have zero choice but to play in this game. You have zero choice. You have zero choice but to try and make it in this world. It works just like this. I'll give you the controller. There you go. I need you to beat the first level. And you're like, you know what? I'm not gonna play this game. I'm not gonna play this little silly game of life. Whether you want to or not, you're already playing. Whether you want to or not, you are already playing. You're already playing in this game of life. How do I know? Because there's a timer. There's a timer in the game. I'll give you the controller, and you choose like, no, I choose not to play. It's like, all right, but the controller's in your hands. Whether you want to or not, you're playing. and you have roughly about 3 minutes to get from point A to point B. Well, what happens if you don't? You lose. You lose. And if you don't try, you're basically saying to the world, I am a loser. I lose. I don't want to play this game. I'm done. So yes, guys, we have to try. And not only are men tryhards, like we want to be the best. We want to be the best. Well, why do we want to be the best? Well, because it's in our nature. That's number one. Number one, it's in our nature to be the best of the best of the best of the best. But number two, it is because when we are achievers like that, it usually attracts attention towards us. It usually attracts attention towards us, and that attention is a good thing. It can be a bad thing, like for some people, but it's a good thing because then it catches the eye of individuals, not just men but also women too. And the good thing about like catching people's attention is that people start questioning you, like, hey man, like, how'd you do it? Like, will you help me? Like, can you help me get like where you're at, or can you help me? Can you give me some tips? Because I see that you're really good, and like I wouldn't take advice from some person that doesn't know. I want to take advice from you because whatever it is that you're doing, you do it with such grace, and you explain it well, and you do this and you do that. Does that make sense? So people will flock towards you because we try, because we're good at what we do. Men are just good at what we do, and then usually that attracts the attention of women as well. And it's not because they want to know what you do or how do you do it, or they want a tutorial how you do these things. It's just because women just they're naturally attracted to people that win all the time. That's just it. And yes, sometimes we do have to shoot our shot. And if we reject it, it's okay. If we get rejected, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Just have to you have to understand that you have to try. And like I said, if you don't try, you've already lost. You've already lost. The controller is in your hand whether you want to or not. You have to try. You have to try and do something. You have to try and make something of yourself. That's just how it is, whether you want to or not. Like you are playing this game of life whether you want to or not. And like I said, if you do not, I choose not to play. If you choose not to play, you're a loser. And I'm not calling anybody a specific. I'm not calling you a loser. I'm just saying that if you don't try, you lost. And it and if you lost, you're technically a loser. All right, guys. So don't get it confused. Don't go to places, or don't go to these social gatherings just to try to get someone. But like, things happen. Like, because there might be some girl that you don't know, and you're like, oh, whoa, like, and if you don't try, like, you don't know. You won't know what could have been or what could be. Does that make sense? And not only that, so like, if you're a winner in life, you don't have to be a millionaire to be a winner. Okay, do not get that do not don't get it confused that you have to be a millionaire and that you have to have all these things in order for you to have success. Success is not measured in money. Success is not measured in money. Okay, success to some people can be losing 20 pounds. Now you're successful. Success for some people could be becoming an artist. That's real success. Does that make sense? Success can be you bench pressing, 200 pounds. You know, that's real success. Like, you are a winner because you're trying, because you're actually playing the game. That's real success. And like I said, guys, like we usually attract, and like I said, and if you are a successful person, you'll attract. But the thing is, the thing about attracting is that you will become attractive to women, but they will like, women will never come up to you. Never in a million years will they come up to you unless you look like Brad Pitt. And I hate to keep using an example, but like, he's the only person that keeps coming into my mind that's like really handsome and really good looking. Or maybe Ryan Gosling. Like, unless you look like that, like, women will never come up to you and they will never ask you anything. So that is why you have to shoot your shot. That is why you have to go and ask. And does that make sense? Like, you'll become attractive because you're a winner, but you still have to go and ask. You still have to go and court women and stuff like that. You still have to approach them, whether you want to or not. Trust me, guys. You can be the world's biggest winner, but if you never approach women, like, you'll be like, well, like, I thought they were supposed to come to me. It's like, well, they like you and they think you're attractive, but they ain't coming to you. They ain't coming to you. You have to try, guys. And if you fail, try again. All right, guys. Well, that's it for this video. If you're enjoying the content, please like and subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so when we upload new content. That's it from my part, guys. My name is Juan, and this has been Goku Guidance. Until next time.